everyone, this will be a quick impromptu video of the 2 and the 3 and how they compare in terms of size with other brushes in my collection. This will solely be for size comparison purposes, as I won't go into depth on how they compare in terms of performance, and I'll do a quick update on the 6 powder brush as well. Okay, so here's the 3. And I realized I didn't show you on the back of my hand yesterday and the density and everything. It's a very small brush. I think it's also very unique, and there's not a lot of brushes on the market that are this size with this hair length and density. I think it has medium density. It's not inflexible, it's not super flexible either, so it's right smack dab in the middle, and I personally think it's perfect for lining your lower lash line. I don't really like to line my lower lash line, and I don't do it on a daily basis, so it's not, it's not my cup of tea. But if you love lining your lower lash line, then I think that you really love this brush, and it's quite small, so it's perfect for that area. It's also soft and it doesn't hurt my lower lash line either. So the closest brush that I have in my collection is unfortunately a grayscale brush. I did try to find brushes that were goat because the Rephr 3 is goat, but the closest that I could find was the Wingos 5, and this is the discontinued one with the gray lettering. He now has it in white lettering, and the head is completely different, and now it's made out of goat. This is the closest one that I have. And remember, this is a totally unplanned video. I don't have any notes or anything like that. I might ramble, and if you don't like rambling, then you can stop watching. Okay, so the next one I have is the Shou Long tea-dyed pencil brush from several years ago. I believe they discontinued this brush, but for any of you guys who have it, you can just see the size comparison. And then this is the Koyudo C11. You can see that the hairs are longer on the C11. The brush is just more narrow as well. And then I have the MAC 219. The MAC 219 has a larger body. It's more voluminous. The hairs are longer. And then I have the Koyudo Mizume Zakura pencil brush, or the Cherry Birch Line pencil brush. It's much larger. The hairs are longer as well. And I have the Chikuhodo Takumi T8. So someone on Instagram asked me for a comparison between these two, as well as between the 3 and the Sanya G pencil brush. I don't have the Sanya G brush, but I do have the Takumi T8 to compare it to. As you can see, it's like 2.5 times bigger. It's much larger. I would not use the Takumi T8 and the Koyudo pencil brush on my lower lash line at all. And okay, then moving on to the 2. So the 2 has very short hairs. It's pretty inflexible, very stiff, and it is soft. The first brush I'll compare it with is the Hakuhodo J242G. If you can see, the Hakuhodo one it has longer hairs and the head is more narrow. The 2 is wider. And I'm just gonna say that, or I'm just gonna start off by saying that the 2 is it's the firmest one out of all these brushes. So all of these brushes have more flexibility. They have less resistance in comparison to the 2. And then the next one I have is the Hakuhodo B004G. Hairs are also longer, and I think the ferrule width it looks about the same to me. And then we have the MAC 239, and this is the closest brush that I have in my collection. The hairs are a little bit longer as well. Okay, And then lastly, my update on the 6. So the 6 is the powder brush. For me, for flat paddle type brushes, I typically sweep across like this when I'm applying powder. But I did try a new technique today with this is the powder that I typically use. I use loose powder for setting powder, and it makes my face really matte, so I like that. This one, so it's like this type. It's the type where you smash your brush in and then you get product. But what I did today was instead of sweeping it, I keep wanting to say pat because I'm going to say pat in my new technique. Okay, so the technique that I tried today is patting. I basically pat it across my face in multiple areas repeatedly, and it didn't hurt as much as sweeping did. So I do really like this brush. Like I kind of found a newfound love for it, but at the same time, like, I think the hairs, for me personally, the hairs are a little too long. And yeah, if this brush really interests you, or if the 2 or 3 or any of the brushes in my collection or in my review interest you, then please go ahead and try it out. Don't let my review dissuade you from buying any of these brushes at all. It's just everyone has different preferences, and what I like you might not like, right? So but I just wanted to update you on the 6 and say that I was pleasantly surprised on how just trying a new method would work differently in terms of how it would feel on my face. Yeah, so that's just what I wanted to say, and I'm rambling now. I'm sorry. Okay, so this isn't Fude related, but the next little thing I wanted to share with you guys is I was talking to a fellow Fude lover, and we were talking about skincare, and he mentioned that my moisture barrier sounds compromised, and I'm pretty sure it is because I use benzoyl peroxide, and that's probably, or I'm pretty sure that's why I have sensitive skin. And I don't want to use the word sensitive. I don't want to use that term frequently, but when I make my videos, I want to make sure that people with sensitive skin would be able to use the same brushes I do, or the same brushes that I do, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to sound like I am special, like a special snowflake. That's not what I intend to do at all, and I think some people might take it the wrong way. Anyways, back to skincare. We were talking about how my moisture barrier was compromised, and I got around to thinking like, oh, I should try some new skincare, maybe that'll help repair it. So I did order some Good Molecules products, and I just wanted to share it with you guys because I really like seeing hauls. So if you don't care about hauls, then you can just X out of the video. But I got the set, the Good Molecules niacinamide serum, as well as the brightening toner. So I'm really excited to use these. I've heard really good things about this one. And I also got the super peptide serum and the overnight exfoliating treatment. And then lastly, I got the squalane oil. I'm probably butchering these names, but yeah, I just wanted to share it with you because I just got them and I'm really excited to use them. Although I'm going to have to patch test and use them like one at a time because my skin is really breakout prone, and I can't even take this out to show you. How do you take this out? Okay, I'm ruining the packaging, but they're in there. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys in another video. Thank you, bye.